Hi guys, Amy here from ALM Fitness, and I just wanted to share a quick video with you guys because I've just shared a post on our Facebook and our Instagram pages just of a transformation of one of the guys, Rich, who has been with us since September last year, so just a few months, and he's really kind of seen an incredible transformation and he's made a change. So the video says be prepared to make a change. Now, before he came to us, he kind of, in his words, he saw himself as a normal guy, would enjoy a few beers, pizza, burgers, etc. And just had the normal lifestyle that we kind of generalize ourselves with. And gradually the weight went up. It wasn't like one day he woke up and he was X weight and the next day he woke up and he'd gained a load of weight. It's obviously gradually over time that he just got bigger and bigger and increased weight. And that's probably the same for many of you that are watching this. You don't have this instant weight gain overnight for no apparent reason. It's just gradually over time you get that little bit bigger, you go that next clothes size up. So you might start, ladies, you might start at a 10, 12, and then you go shopping one day and you're like, oh, actually I've got to try 14 on now. Actually, I'm now a 14, so that's just me, that's the size that I am, and it just keeps going. You gradually go up and up and up. And typically what we've found is that we get people that they come to us and they're in that place, they're ready to make that change. They know that something needs to change in order for them to get back to where it is that they were before, or just feeling much better about themselves, because they do get to that point where they're overweight, they're unhappy, they lack confidence, they just feel lethargic, they've got no energy, and they just, their overall well-being just really isn't in a great place. And they either kind of accept it, and this is the way that I'm always going to be, and this is how I'm always going to be. I'm always going to be this size, I'm always going to be this overweight, I'm always going to be this unfit, and that's just me, and I'm going to accept me for being that size, shape, fitness level, etc. Or for some people, they say, right, this is it. This is my tipping point. This is what I've got to do now. I've got to this point. I can't go any further. I need to make a change and I need to get back into good habits. I need to move more, focus on my nutrition, etc. And that happens for so many of our members because, it is tough when you kind of get a little bit bigger, when you get more overweight and your diet, your lifestyle, etc. gets kind of deteriorates, and obviously that has a negative effects and impact on the way that you feel. So when you're thinking of starting a new health and fitness regime, or even if you're just thinking about making a change, you've got to be prepared to make that change. It doesn't happen overnight, and the changes that you implement, you can't just do for a couple of days or a couple of weeks and expect to see results instantly, because it just doesn't happen like that. As I've said with the weight gain, it doesn't happen overnight. You don't gain weight just overnight and then all of a sudden you're a size X, whatever it is. It is that gradual increase. Likewise, when you're wanting to lose weight, it's the same. You won't just instantly lose a shed ton of weight overnight, and then all of a sudden you'll be back down to a size 8 or whatever. So you need to be prepared to make that change, but on a consistent basis. So don't think that you've got to do it for, a week or two and all of a sudden you're going to be amazing. Yes, don't get me wrong, you will start to notice some positive changes if you do implement some healthy habits into your lifestyle just over, from the first couple of weeks. But over time, so like the guy Rich, who I've just posted his transformation, over 6 months he's lost 15 kilos and he feels so much better. He's got more energy, he can run around with the kids better, he's exercising 3 times a week, sometimes more, and he just feels great, and he's got that much more confidence. Obviously enjoys exercising, enjoys kind of getting dressed up, and likes the way that he looks, and that's the same for so many of our members that You know, it isn't just that overnight fix. It is that kind of long-term goal, long-term focus, and that continual progress towards their goals. So if you are looking to kind of start something new, focus on your health and fitness now, just be prepared to make that change. Whatever change it might be that you do start exercising a little bit more. It might be that you start being a bit more active on a daily basis, or you're a bit more mindful about the food that you're consuming. Obviously, when it comes to fat loss, it's all about energy balance, and you need to be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. If you are not in a calorie deficit, you will not lose weight. So that either comes from eating fewer calories, or moving more, doing more exercise, or a combination of both. So really think about what it is that you maybe need to change in your lifestyle right now. Maybe it is kind of thinking about the calories that you're consuming on a daily basis. How can you make some swaps and changes to have lower calorie foods? Maybe you're quite in a sedentary job where you are sat down for long periods of time. You're not really that active. You don't do any form of regular activity, and maybe you need to include that into your weekly lifestyle. Or maybe you just need to implement a little bit of both. Bit more mindful about what you're eating, drinking, and kind of moving a little bit more to obviously help with your goals there. So yeah, but be prepared to make that change. Don't just think I'm going to do this for a couple of weeks. Just make sure that you make that change and stick to it. And a big thing that I would encourage is try not to do everything all at once. A big thing that we encourage with our members is focusing on the small steps to long-term changes. So rather than kind of making huge drastic changes that you're never going to stick to for a prolonged period of time, we focus on creating daily habits that will last a lifetime. And that's a big thing that we implement with our members. You know, how much protein they're consuming, the amount of fruit, vegetables, and just all over nutrition in general, how often they're exercising, focusing on their daily activities, their sleep, how much quality sleep they're getting, if they're staying hydrated, etc., etc. So if you're needing just an extra little bit of support with kind of making that change, making that first step, and you're not really too sure about what it is that you do need to change, it might be that, you know, you've been trying a few things but nothing's really working, and you're kind of getting a little bit frustrated, then obviously send us a message. We'd love to help. We've helped so many members make that change and have long-lasting results. So yeah, do get in touch, send us a private message. We'd love to have a chat with you, and we'd love to help you with your goals going forwards. All right, speak to you soon.